Some breaking news coming in. The latest in the BMW crash that had taken place in Delhi yesterday. The Delhi police team has reached the hospital where the accused, the woman who was behind the wheels of the BMW, Gaganpreet, was taken post her injuries. The police are likely to take her into custody, we're being told, and question her. Anushka now joins me on the phone line. Anushka, we already have spoken about the FIR and the details there. What is the likelihood now, based on that FIR, that Gaganpreet will be taken into custody?
That's right, Vedika. Gaganpreet has been taken into custody. The Delhi police had reached the NU hospital few minutes from now, after which now the police has in fact taken Gaganpreet into custody. Gaganpreet is the same woman who was driving the BMW yesterday around 1 p.m. when the accident happened. Now, according to the FIR report also that has been accessed by NDTV, the wife of Navjot Singh had clearly stated that Navjot Singh was alive after the accident. Wife had requested the accused woman to take him to a nearby hospital. She deliberately took Navjot to a hospital of her acquaintance that was 19 kilometers away. She was also admitted to the same hospital, after which now the police team had, upon registering the FIR, they had reached a New Life hospital today and they have taken Gaganpreet into custody. This is a recent update that we are telling the viewers about how this whole investigation has taken a turn, where Gaganpreet has been taken into custody by the police. In a written statement recorded in the FIR, that the woman driving the BMW, whose Gaganpreet was driving the car at a very high speed. She lost control of the car and hit the brake directly. According to FIR and the statement that was filed by Navjot Singh's wife, she has clearly stated that her husband and her were returning home after a lunch on a motorcycle. Yes. They were going from Dhola Kuan towards Delhi Cantonment metro station on the ring road. She was sitting behind. Her husband was driving the bike. She was wearing a helmet and the husband was had tied a turban, and after which the BMW came from behind at a high speed and carelessly hit the brake from behind. After this collision, both Navjot and his wife fell on the road. The husband suffered severe injuries on his head, face and legs. He was in his senses after the accident took place, and the wife of Navjot Singh had clearly requested the woman Gaganpreet, who has been taken into custody by the Delhi police, to take them to the nearest hospital so that he could be saved, but she took him deliberately 19 kilometers away from the ring road.
So Anushka, that's the breaking news. Do stay with me. A quick recap for our viewers that the Delhi police had reached the hospital a couple of minutes ago. They have taken the main accused in the case, the BMW case, into custody. Anushka still with us. She's been tracking all the movements in this story, all the developments as well. Anushka, there should be some clarity now once the police starts questioning Gaganpreet on why she took the victim and his wife 19 kilometers away to a small, obscure hospital, because that's also a part of the FIR that has been registered against her.
That's right, Vedika. The police is probing the matter, wherein it is, in fact, being speculated that the NU Life Hospital is linked to Gaganpreet and his father somehow. There are speculations that was made by, the victim's family. Navjot Singh's son has, in fact, also gone on to say that there was a possible attempt to take away all the evidence from the site, and that is also a case that has been registered in the FIR. Gaganpreet, while she was driving the car at a very high speed, and Ring Road is an area where there's a lot of traffic jam around.
All right, I think, Anushka, we're seeing the visuals right now from outside the hospital. That is the accused, viewers, that you're looking at on your screens, being taken away by the Delhi police. They reached there sometime earlier. Now she's being put into the car. She was taken in a wheelchair to the car that you see on your screens. The media right outside that van trying to question her, but the Delhi police surrounding the accused. First on NDTV here, the visuals and the video that you see of the main accused, Gaganpreet, being taken away by the Delhi police in that car. Huge media presence outside the hospital, but key questions that the police really need to put to this woman, especially why she drove about 19 kilometers out to take the victim, Navjot Singh, and his wife to a small, obscure hospital. We still have with us Anushka on the phone line. Anushka, we've just seen the visuals of Gaganpreet being taken away. Clearly, it seems that she's being treated medically for all the issues she had. The arrest we were expecting after she would be discharged from hospital, which has now happened.
That's right, Vedika. After 24 hours since the accident, the Delhi police has now made a first arrest. Gaganpreet was driving the BMW when the accident happened at the ring road yesterday. In the FIR also, the wife of Navjot Singh has clearly mentioned that he was alive after the accident. The wife had requested the accused woman, Gaganpreet, to take him to a nearby hospital. She deliberately took Navjot to a hospital of her acquaintance 19 kilometers away. Now, the Delhi police is also probing the fact that why she took the victims 19 kilometers away when they were clearly requesting that she should be taking them to a nearby hospital, which she deliberately ignored. It is written in the statement recording in the FIR that driving the BMW was driving the car. She lost control of the car and hit a brake directly, according to FIR. And also what Navjot Singh's wife has mentioned, they were going from Dholakua towards Delhi Cantonment metro station on the ring road.
Yes,
she was sitting behind. Her husband was driving the bike. She was wearing a helmet. The husband was had tied a turban. Then a blue-colored BMW car came from behind at a high speed and carelessly hit the brake from behind.
Anushka, we can see on our screens that the main accused has also covered her face with a stole there. She was taken off the wheelchair after getting to the police vehicle. Now, we've already spoken about one of the issues and one of the claims made by the victim's son, where Navjot Singh has said that 17 kilometers covered to take them to an obscure small hospital. Now, barring that claim, what are the other statements made in the FIR against the person that we just saw on our screen?
That's right, Vedika. Gaganpreet had also sustained several injuries. She was taken to NU Life Hospital where she had, went there.
An audio problem there with Anushka. We'll try and get her back on the phone line. But what you're seeing on your screens are the moments of the arrest of Gaganpreet, the person, the main accused in the BMW accident case that we have been highlighting here on NDTV 24/7, escorted by police officers, taken in a wheelchair, her face covered. She was then put into a car, a police vehicle. You could see a huge media presence outside the vehicle, a lot of media personnel stationed outside that hospital, where even you have Navjot Singh's wife battling for her life. But now, almost 24 hours later, you are now seeing the main accused being wheeled away and taken in a police car to the police station. NDTV 24/7 has also accessed the FIR. Some of the key findings that our reporter has brought to us from the FIR also includes why a 19-kilometer distance was covered to take the victim and his wife to a hospital which was small and obscure. We will try and get Anushka back on the line, but this is a life lost that we're seeing due to negligence perhaps, and those are questions that the Delhi police will be posing to this main accused in the case, who has now been taken away by the Delhi police. This incident happened between 1:30 and 2 p.m. yesterday in Dholakua, in the heart of New Delhi, the national capital, and now 24 hours later, you are seeing that big arrest being made. The son of the victim has claimed that there has been a cover-up in the case. He has also alleged that the main accused knew some people in the hospital that she had taken his father and mother to. And like I said, those questions will now be answered during the interrogation of the main accused in the BMW case. We'll try and get Anushka on the phone line there, but the accused, Gaganpreet, is now in custody. Viewers, the person who was inside hospital for the last close to 18 to 20 hours, also getting medical attention is what we were being told, has now been taken away by the Delhi police. This case, in fact, this incident took place yesterday. We also got you very disturbing visuals of the impact and the aftermath of the impact on a road in Dholakua, where you could see the victim, Navjot Singh, lying lifeless on the road, and you had his wife right next to him, who we believe is extremely critical. She is undergoing surgeries. The son, who NDTV spoke to yesterday, has been extremely emotional. He is obviously fearing the worst at this point with his mother. But we have Anushka back with us on the phone line. Anushka, now the case is gaining momentum with this arrest.
That's right, Vedika. First arrest has been made in this case. Gaganpreet, who was driving the BMW when the accident happened. Also in the FIR, where Navjot Singh's wife has in fact also claimed that while she was driving at a very high speed, and after the accident happened, Navjot Singh's wife had clearly requested her to take them to a nearby hospital, but then she had taken them to a hospital that was 19 kilometers away from the location, possibly losing the critical 1.5 hours after the accident, which is considered to be of essence when the accident happens. And we clearly saw that she refused the request of Navjot Singh's wife and took them to a hospital that is said to be linked to her acquaintance. Now, the Delhi police is also probing into this possible angle that the hospital was in fact linked to her acquaintance, and that is why she took them to a hospital that was very far away from the hospital. It is also written in the statement recorded in the FIR that the woman driving the BMW was driving the car at a very high speed. She lost control of the car and hit the brake directly. We did see the visuals of the car that was overturned at the ring road. The impact that the car had taken after the accident, can clearly imagine the kind of hit the bike had taken after the BMW lost control. The woman lost control of the BMW, according to FIR also, and as for the statement that was filed by Navjot Singh's wife, she had clearly stated that they went to Gurudwara Bangla Sahib for a visit, and after that they went to Karnataka Bhavan to have a lunch, after which they were coming back to their house. They were coming back to their residence at Harinagar, during which the accident took place. She was sitting behind, her husband was driving the bike. She was wearing a helmet, her husband had a turban tied on his head. Then a blue-colored BMW car came from behind at a high speed and carelessly hit on the bike from behind. After the collision, both Navjot Singh and his wife fell on the road. Husband suffered severe injuries on his face, head and legs. He suffered.
The details of the charges against this main accused. The case has been registered. Just take us through the charges against the accused at this point. What has she been booked under?
That's right. Multiple cases has been, filed against, in IPC sections like 281, 125, 105, and 238 of VNS, which means culpable, homicide, and also tampering of evidences are some cases that we are looking on to. Not just that, the cases investigated by the police. The doctors also wrote that it was a road accident, that is RTA, and the husband was declared brought dead when he was taken to the hospital. The police took information from the hospital and registered the FIR. The girl had told her name was Gaganpreet Kaur, and she had also given her vehicle number. Later, the son of Gaganpreet Singh and acquaintances came to hospital and in Dwarka, which is the Venkateshwar hospital, where Navjot Singh's wife is currently undergoing medical treatment. She is said to be in a critical condition. Also, she kept requesting her repeatedly to take them to a nearby hospital so that they could get quick treatment, because there was a lot of blood loss. We did see the horrible visual that in fact came, in front of her, the video that NDTV accessed, and it can clearly be seen the kind of impact that happened after the accident. The situation in which the car could be seen from the visuals also, we can clearly see that this was completely a case where rash driving was involved, and that is why an accident of this intensity happened at the ring road yesterday around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Over to you.
Anushka, every aspect of this case, what we're seeing in the FIR, what we're seeing from, or rather what we've heard from the son of the victim in this case, smacks of VIP privilege.
That's right, Vedika. This is not the first time that a luxury car has been involved in such kind of accident, and after that they are trying to somehow manage the situation. They are trying to tamper with the evidence. Not just that, they're also trying to call on their special privileges so that they can take the victim to the hospital of their own choosing, while the time was of essence, and all of them were requesting her to take them to a nearby medical facility. Now remember, around Ring Road, within 1.6 kilometers of a distance, there are multiple hospitals. There is even an army hospital that is situated in a nearby location, but not, ignoring all of those requests, ignoring everything that was critical at that time during which the accident happened. She took all of them to a hospital that was clearly linked to one of her associates. This is also a possible angle that the police is probing at this time, but also this reeks of special privilege, and also how she kept on ignoring the pleas of the people who were involved. Navjot Singh, who spoke to NDTV after the accident, had clearly said that he had requested, and it does not make sense that when they were on the ring road, their last location and the location of the hospital is somehow 1.5 hours away from where the accident happened. He had also raised question about foul play as to how they were
Yes.
trying to tamper with the evidence. We also saw the statement that came from the hospital's authority. They said that this was a medico-legal case, and after they were admitted, they called the hospital, they called the police station, and they gave the information about what all happened there. The police recorded the statement of Navjot Singh's wife, and now we are seeing that the police has taken into custody, rather arrested Gaganpreet Singh, who was behind the wheels yesterday. A very unfortunate day when a 52-year-old man's life was snatched
All
away
right.
in that unfortunate accident.